the senators in the Utah State Senate.
He fought hard in politics.
Prosecutors and law enforcement do not have the tool to prosecute those who would commit a hate crime.
As a boxing official, he made sure teens fought fair in the ring and worried when fists flew in Fight Club free-for-alls.
They were competing on concrete. They were not wearing headgear. I don't know who the referee was.
Pete Suazo, activist for underdogs, youth mentor, Utah's first and only Latino state senator. Hundreds packed the Capitol for his funeral in the summer of 2001. His death from an ATV accident.
Some days I think he's just gone and he's going to come home.
Wife Alicia holds close memories of her husband.
I think his big focus was social change, and he just knew that politics was the way to do that.
Pete Suazo grew up in this home on Indiana Avenue, one of 10 children and the first to graduate from college. Still, he knew gangs from an early age and was street savvy.
Knew how to ride the bus system at the age of 8 and 9. The river was his playground from school to high school, and the railroad tracks. I mean, he'd hop the train and ride to school.
And yet the Chicano street kid developed a lifelong passion for the outdoors. Sons Emilio and Julio cherish experiences with their dad in the wilds, especially a fishing trip in which they caught nothing all day but decided to try one more time.
And then finally, we had got one, and reeling it in, and before we could pull it out, it got away. And the first thing my dad did was just jump in the water, and he goes underneath, and all of a sudden he pops up with it, and he's shaking it, and oh, we're getting this thing, we're eating it tonight.
Yeah, it could have been just a fish. Somebody probably threw back most likely, but anyway, it came out with a fish.
Yeah, it came out with a fish.
He lived what he believed. He reached out to people. He enjoyed life. He was full of life.
If Pete Suazo's political gifts were discovered, former Salt Lake Mayor Palmer DePaulis was on the expedition. Suazo had been working deep in bureaucracy at City Hall, cramped in a small office filled with stacks and stacks of paper. DePaulis had a job opening in the mayor's office and was encouraged to meet Suazo.
It was just kind of magical. I mean, he was the guy.
When he got that job, he was so excited because I think he realized that was going to open doors for him, doors that had previously not been opened.
Pete Suazo had goals: the State House, the State Senate, and then back to the mayor's office as Salt Lake City mayor. A plan unfinished, but to many, a good fight.
It's kind of overwhelming because you just don't realize how much impact that you can make as one person or as one person did, as he did.